Alone against all these droids? They don't stand a chance. Django Fett on the job.
What's going on, guys? Django Fett here, and today I'm talking about my top 10 TV shows of 2015. So if you haven't checked out my recent video of my top 10 video games of 2015, I'll put a link down below in the description. I'll do another top 10 video, and it should be my last top 10 video for this year. 2015 was a very interesting year for TV shows. A lot more disappointments than I thought it would be, but there were a lot of big hits. But man, did they surprise me. Number 10. So coming in at number 10 is Marco Polo. This is a show that came out last year that I ended up watching this year, and it's about Marco Polo, set in China, with the ruler Genghis Khan or Kublai Khan holding Marco Polo as a hostage for his own benefit. And he's in the middle of a war between the Chinese remnants and the Mongols. And the actor himself and the guy, he's just not very interesting. The rest of the characters as well. The show left a lot hanging out. The show is okay. It's decent. And the guy who plays as Genghis Khan is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. He's the only reason I'm going to come back to the show. Number 9. Coming in at number 9 is an extreme disappointment for me. And I can't believe I'm putting this show this low, because it was my number 1 TV show of 2015. And that's The Strain. Believe it or not, I thought this show would absolutely blow it away with the ending. But it did not do it. It held back. Like, the first half of the show was brilliant. It kept me on the edge of my seat and I loved it. The second half, however, was boring and it was just so flat. It just lost it for me. And the ending was just so abysmal and just so forgettable. I have to do a review for season 2 as well to give my thought. Number 8. Coming in at number 8 is Game of Thrones. Wow, I can't believe I put this show so low, but honestly, this is the most boring season of Game of Thrones. Not much happening until the end. I was really captivated with the show up till episode 8. Or I should say, I was not captivated until episode 8. Then it picked up and got more interesting towards the end. Before that time, it was one of the worst seasons of Game of Thrones. Which isn't a terrible thing, because Game of Thrones is absolutely phenomenal TV show, but definitely the worst season I have seen to date. Number 7. Coming in number 7 is Hannibal. I'm a big fan of the show, as you guys can see from the poster. Big fan of the show. Season 1 was the best by far. Season 2 was good, but just not as great as season 1. Season 3 was the worst season. It's not terrible, but man, it should have been another season 4 as well. It just didn't pick up until the second half of the show. The first half was just boring at best. But the dialogue was fantastic. Mads Mikkelsen is definitely the best guy to do, Hannibal. He was absolutely fantastic. And one of my favorite actors of all time, Mads Mikkelsen. Oh my god, was he fantastic. It's disappointing that there's not going to be another season, but oh well, what can you do? Number 6. Coming in at number 6 is Black Sails. I already did a review for this TV show. If you want to check out a link, I'll put a link down below in the description for season 1 and season 2. But season 2 finished earlier this year, January. What a fantastic show. Fantastic show. Season 2 was bigger and better than season 1 in almost every way. Most of the characters, as well as the story, just was absolutely amazing. And I'm so excited for season 3, which is coming out in January. So I'm super pumped for that TV show for season 3, and that's going to come out in January, and I have to do a review for that season. Number 5. Coming in at number 5 is a surprise to me, and that show is Black Matter. I never thought that sci-fi could pull off another good sci-fi show after the terrible Defiance season 2 season. Okay, it was awful at best. I enjoyed season 1. It was not the greatest thing ever. It was decent, but it kept me interested. I liked it. Season 2, what the fuck? It was absolutely horrendous. I mean, I can't believe the stupidest shit happened. And I could not watch the show after that anymore. And I lost hope in the Sci-Fi Channel. But man, I got back after watching this show, and I watched it on Netflix, and I have to watch it on the Sci-Fi Channel now. This is an absolutely brilliant show. Great characters. Half of the characters, however, not so much, but the other half is fantastic. The story is riveting, and it's about people who wake up in a ship who don't know their past, and them trying to explore it, working together, and uncovering bits and pieces as they go along. A fantastic show, very Firefly-esque, and it's going to be another season of this show, which I cannot wait for. And if you're a fan of Firefly, you're going to really enjoy this show. Not even close to a better crew, definitely, or even, amazing writing by Joss Whedon, but still a great show that I think everyone should watch, especially Firefly fans. Number 4. Coming in at number 4 is The Flash, the best superhero TV show I've seen from CW by far. After this Arrow Season 3 debacle, which was mediocre at best. It wasn't horrendously awful. I thought it was just mediocre. But this season of The Flash definitely brought me back to the superhero genre, because the TV show genre of superhero shows was just did not do anything for me. Arrow was good, but it was just too Batman-esque. The character, the Green Arrow, is just not that type of person. But The Flash brought it back with the comedy and the superhero, and didn't make it too serious. It brought in a new flavor of superhero shows, and I haven't watched season 2 yet. I'm gonna watch it later in the year. But man, this show was fantastic, and it made me a fan of The Flash. And I've never been a fan of The Flash, believe it or not. But this show made me a huge fan of the character of The Flash. And if a show does that for me, that's amazing in my opinion. Number 3. Coming in number 3 is a Netflix show, Narcos. This show came out of nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. This show is about the Colombian drug cartel controlled by Pablo Escobar. And this show is just absolutely riveting from start to finish. And it's just one of the best Netflix shows I have ever seen. The guy who plays as Pablo Escobar blows my mind. He is phenomenal as Pablo Escobar. And it's mainly centered around a DEA agent who tries to track down Pablo Escobar and take him down. Legally, of course. Number 2. Coming in at number 2 is another shocker that I never thought would be good. But number 2 is Jessica Jones, a Marvel Netflix TV show that just blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. And much different from another Netflix TV show, focused more on the character and not so much on the superhero power. Was much more darker than I've ever seen any Marvel material ever be. Number 1. And my number 1 TV show of the year, if you can tell by the shirt, is Daredevil. This was another Marvel Netflix show that was the first of the series, first Marvel Netflix show to come out, and man did it blow me away. A great superhero TV show that made the character Daredevil relevant again. Everything about the show oozed perfection in my opinion. The episodes were done right, the directing was fantastic. This is the start of a bright future to Marvel Netflix TV shows. With Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist. Who knows what the possibility could be for more Marvel Netflix shows. It's looking extremely bright as of now. And I became a huge fan of Daredevil after watching this show. He is definitely one of my favorite superheroes of all time, by far, after seeing this amazing performance by Charlie Cox as Daredevil. And anytime any media, movie, TV show does that to persuade a character, to make you absolutely love them, then I will absolutely praise that material. So that's my top 10 TV shows of 2015. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. Just a very different year of TV shows than I'm more than accustomed to. A lot more disappointments, but a lot more, great shows as well. So let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to please like and comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Django Fett. And I'll see you, my fellow Mandalorian brothers and sisters, next time. Oh, yeah!